Hello everybody, I want to do today a mukbang of Five Guys burgers and fries. I've got Five Guys burgers and fries, and to go with it, I have a nice milkshake. I also want to talk about two things. One, the portion size with the fries, with the French fries, which I think are way better than the burgers, and the fries, I think, are way better than In-N-Out Burger. That's like a real fry. Not like some processed. Not that it's all fresh at Five Guys, but I mean, yeah, In-N-Out Burger. But these are better. These are better fries. And I also want to talk about, I want to talk about portion size with the fries, because there's all kinds of people talking that they're giving you less fries. And I don't have the bag with me anymore, so I can't really show you. But I can give you my honest take on it, on why it might seem like they're giving you smaller fries when in fact they're not. And I also want to talk some Daredevil, the last episode of Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. But first, let's get to the fry thing. And hopefully I remember to do the second part, because that would look really disjointed if I forgot to do the second part after telling you I was going to do the Daredevil part. But let's get into the fry thing. So, they change up how they do it. They just take a big giant bag and put your order in it with the fries. It's a bigger bag. It's like they used to put the fries in a smaller bag. And now they just put it all in one bag. And the bag is a lot bigger. I guess depending on your order, but the bag is bigger. So it's basically, I think that's all it is. I think they're giving you the same amount of fries. They probably have like a measured amount they always put in, but because the bag is so much bigger, it looks like a smaller amount. But I can honestly say we have 3 people in my family, me, my parents. We could probably squeeze out 4 people to eat a small fry. Still, even this size is the same. They're just putting it in a bigger bag. That's all it is. Okay, now the burger. Let me show you what I got here. Oh, there's a fry like sitting on it. So I got this burger here. And let me see if I can lift the lid and show you. I got sorry, my hand is a little shaky for some reason. It's been a tough day. And then you got the burger. So you got pickles, onions, ketchup, all that good stuff, and cheese. So let me dive into this, and then we'll talk about some Daredevil, because I confirmed that the fries are still the same amount. It's just they put it in a bigger bag. So let me. One of my pickles fell off, and a few onions, but that's good. Their burgers are so good. Made fresh to order. You get it, and you basically watch them make it. The kitchen's all open, and you gotta wait for your food, so you know it's fresh, because they're actually making the food. It's not like fast food. It's not like already made, ready to go, like McDonald's or Burger King or something. That's good. So Daredevil. Now it opens up in the trial. And across the way, it looks like they're gonna try to assassinate. It looks like they're gonna try to assassinate Daredevil. But in comes Bullseye. You think he's trying to totally save the day, but really he's just stopping them from killing Daredevil or Murdoch, because he's a lawyer, when in fact he has sights set on killing Kingpin or Fisk. So, basically, the trial's going on. I think the first witness was the psychiatrist, who seems to be pretty psycho, basically. And Murdoch was, remember he got shot in the last episode? I don't know if I brought that up. I think I did. He's getting all fixed up by Jessica Jones. You know, he can't get to the trial right away. And they're all like, okay, let's get the trial going. You know, he'll be here soon enough. So he eventually comes in. And at this point, I think it was at this point that Bullseye's like taking out all the officers. You know, he's killing them or whatever, or knocking them out, whatever. I don't know. But and the guy that was gonna shoot, they were gonna like set Bullseye to make it look like Bullseye. He was dressed up like Bullseye. That he assassinated Murdoch. So basically, it's giving you kind of the concept of what the inside of the burger looks like. So Murdoch basically, when he gets there, he starts grilling the therapist. They go back and forth. And he calls in a character witness eventually. He calls in Kingpin, or Fisk, Mayor Fisk. So they basically call in, and he goes on a back and forth with them. They get the guy that was on the ship in the first episode to they'll get him in the courtroom, which kind of hurts their chances of it being legitimate because they have to have him really there. It's just a video of him like telling that it was Fisk that ordered the whole thing, and basically had people killed and stuff. So Murdoch said, turn around, and said, I'm Daredevil. And they're like, yeah, right, you're Daredevil, blind guy, right? So he takes his stick, throws it to the wall, it ricochets back, and he catches it in his hand. He proves that he is most likely Daredevil. The whole courtroom erupts into, you know, and he basically convinces without a shadow of a doubt that it was actually Kingpin. It looks, I mean, you can't argue it. I mean, it's like totally inarguable. He basically proves it and gets Karen Page off the hook. So after the trial, I don't know if it was before the trial or during the trial, they took, I think it was during the trial, they took everybody into a room to ask if they could use the video as evidence. And Kingpin goes, you know, I could have you arrested for like a number of things. So basically, they win the trial. They dismiss it, shall I say. It gets dismissed. It was a tricky one. I want to not go in from my mouth, you know. And I apologize to people who might watch my channel for the movies and the TV. And although you're getting TV, you're also getting a mukbang. I mean, I know that could be, like, maybe not some people's cup of tea. So, if you still want to watch my channel, you still want to be subscribed, you don't like this kind of footage, and you see it, just skip ahead to the next one, because I'll definitely be doing some reviews in the future that don't involve mukbangs. This is kind of a once-in-a-while thing. You know, how often do I get Five Guys burgers and fries? Although, I'm from the DC area. Oh, I grew up there. I'm from New York. And Five Guys is from the DC area. It was invented, the first one was in the inside of the Beltway in Virginia, in northern Virginia. So it has a history. It goes back to I want to say the late 80s. I would have loved to have eaten at the original. How cool would that have been to see what if it was the same or how it evolved, you know? Because there's people that originally ate at the original, they basically, you know. So where was I? So he wins the case, and um, but they all have to be like sequestered. There's riots in the streets. A lot of people are held up in the courtroom. I think Murdoch and his group, Jessica Jones, um, Karen Page, all of them are like in one room, and then in the courtroom was Fisk, um, that assistant of his that really isn't on board, but she's for the city. So the group, the vigilante group, um, is outside on the street, and like the agents are all out there, and um, I think first we have a confrontation with the people, and there's one guy with scars all over his face. I forget his name, but he was lied to, and when he finds out he's lied to, he basically is like, I'm not for this. And he like knocks out the guy that was going to shoot Daredevil. And he lets all the people into the courthouse. So they all go in, not vigilantes, but like a mob, shall I say, a mob of people. Some people actually dress like Daredevil. I guess they're fans, you know, kind of like you know, in Spider-Man, people dress up like Spider-Man kids and stuff. Or people that want to be like vigilantes, but they don't want to be like the official. Kind of like poor man's version of. So he lets them all in, and they mob the place. And Fisk goes on TV, riles up the people even more. And that girl that was hanging out with Gandolfini's character, who was killed, Gandolfini was killed in the last one. Who was an assistant but he did the right thing in the end and got killed. She puts out this awesome video about the real villains are the officers that are like basically a caricature of ICE in our world. There was a big thing with that again in this episode with political, you know. So he his video gets corrupted by her videos that she does throughout the show, that she was actually going to be killed for herself. And basically, once all those people get in there, Fisk is like, F this, man. Hopefully that's okay. I don't even know I'm about to curse on there, but I just said F, so that shouldn't be a violation of anything. Anyway, so he goes out and like starts killing people left and right, punching them in the face so hard they die, squishing their skulls, you know, doing all this crazy stuff. He makes it to the top of the railing, all the people are coming, and Daredevil's like in the front, he's like leading the way, and he's like, all the people rush him. They just bum rush him. First he does a speech. He does like, didn't I do, you know, everything for this city? Didn't I am still for the city and for the people, you know. The people aren't buying it. They rush him, you know, to kill him or whatever. He takes out the first few, and Daredevil does not want this. He's not the kind of guy that wants to see something like if he can do it without killing the mayor, he would rather do it that way. So, and that's where I am, guys. I'm like that much left on there. So, Really good burger, by the way. It's like pickles, raw onions. I actually could say onions if you don't want like cooked onions, and pickles, onions, ketchup, and cheese. That's basically all it is. I don't know why, but it almost tastes like there's alcohol in this, like rum. It tastes like there's rum in here. Might someone have slipped me a little rum in my drink? I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. Okay, so they start to get to Fisk. He can't stop them. He can't stop the mob of people mobbing him. So he basically looks like he's gonna bite the bullet from all these people attacking him. Where did I see that? I saw something like that in another movie or show. I forget what it was, to be honest with you. Was it something Star Wars? Was it? No, I don't think it was Star Wars. I forget. If it comes to me before I put this video out, I'll let you guys know. But all of a sudden, up on the balcony, Daredevil stops them all. And there's this big scene with him where he tells them, I think he was asking them to like step down. Don't do this. Don't do this. Do the right thing. And they agree to it. Next scene, I believe the next scene is Jessica Jones and her daughter. In walks in Luke Cage. And the girl goes, "Daddy!" No, I didn't watch those shows on Netflix, so I had no idea. I knew that they were like a couple. Are they married? If anyone could get that in the down below in the comments. Or is Luke Cage married to Jessica Jones? Or are they just like a couple and they have a kid together? Like, are they just like known partners? I don't know. I have to look that up. I guess I could Google it. I'll do that. I'll Google it and see if Jessica Jones is married to Luke Cage or whatever. So then the next scene is Karen Page and Murdoch having this nice, like, romantic dinner. I could catch up on my sugar. I hope I didn't. So it's them having like this nice romantic dinner, this Christmas lights, candlelight, all kinds of stuff going on there. Murdoch basically is like, "Hey, we're finally free. We don't have to worry about running or anything." And I knew there was a catch. There's something coming. And all of a sudden, cops come and arrest him. And the end of the show is basically him being arrested. They show Fisk, Kingpin, on a beach where you originally saw in the scenes when his wife was dying, and she was like on a beach with him. So he's there. It's probably some kind of symbolic thing. Just to give you an idea. Oh, an onion fell. So basically, that's how the show kind of ends. And then it ends with him in jail. He's being taken into his cell. The cell closes. And that's the end of the episode. I think they show you his face. He's got the glasses on. He's in the jail cell. And My stomach might not feel good tonight because of this. So I hope I feel okay. And then that's the show. And I didn't know, is this like the last episode? It seemed like the last episode of the season, season 2, Daredevil Reborn Again, episode 8 is in fact the final season of the, and just the way they ended it with him in jail and Fisk like free somewhere, or Kingpin free somewhere, just screams of, yeah, this ain't over. So I looked it up. We are in fact getting a season 3, which I can't wait to do some more reviews of it in the coming, whenever it comes out. They're already in production. They're already making the show. Probably should have gotten a small burger. I got the double. I always do this, and I don't feel good later. But it's been a tough day. And I'll probably go for a swim before my games. I got the Knicks tonight. I got the Yankees. I don't know. I think I'll put the Yankees on my computer. I think I got it signed in. So I shouldn't have to sign in. If I do, I do. But a little piece of burger. If I was smart, I'd give it to my dog. Shouldn't I? Should I give this to my dog? Is that worth giving to my dog? I think I will give this, and I'll show you what's left. I'm gonna give it to my dog because I am full, and I can't even eat that little small piece. So this is what's left. Just a few fries. I think I'll give that to my dog. And there's just a little bit of shake left. So yeah, there's gonna be a season 3 Daredevil Born Again season 3, and they say it's gonna be a reunion of the Defenders, which is Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and who's that other guy? The Punisher, Frank Castle, I guess his name is. Okay, that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna end it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Me eating Five Guys burgers and fries, and I'm confirming that the fries, I think, are the same portion that they've always been. They just put it in a bigger bag. You know, I guess depending on your order, but they put it in a bigger bag. So if you order like 3 burgers and fries, a small fry, the bag is like, whoo, it's like this big. It's like huge. So I think they just put it in a bigger bag, and it appears that it is smaller. When in fact, it's the same size as it's always been, and a small fry could probably feed 4 people. Maybe 4 people. At least 3. Okay, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That really helps my channel. And may the force be with you. God bless, and live long and prosper. Thank you, everybody.